Nice and cozy.
Uh-huh. So everyone, Darian likes Splatin. Just thought you should know that. Anyway, hello. Yes. We're doing the recording. I never expected anyone to do anything like this to him. But I guess if someone was going to do it, it was Kato.
Context is very important, Josh.
No, you said, like, maybe 5 minutes ago, you sure do love Splatin.
That's what I call Splatoon, the game, the video game.
Stop lying to yourself. Are you sure you're okay? I ask for, what's probably the third time as I sit next to him, and Nephadu manages a smile despite the clear pain he's in.
No, but I'll have to go to the physician to be sure. All the way in the city, since Kato saw fit to imprison the palace doctor.
Yeah, him. He's...
Yeah, what was his name, Felix?
Something like that.
I think he cannot fix
good
it.
good old Felix boy.
See, unlike other Felixes, this one cannot fix it.
No.
Such a shame.
Facts. Do you, like, need ice or something? I don't know. He hit you so fucking hard.
I'll manage. I just miscalculated. I'll know how to handle him in the future.
I frown. I'm not really feeling like that's the case.
Oopsie.
Huh? Yeah, well, moving the mic.
I'm just adjusting.
Moving the mic.
You don't gotta mention it. It's not gonna come across on the
Yeah, it will.
No, it won't.
Yeah, it will.
It never does.
Well, that's a cat. Where's the other cat?
She just ran somewhere.
That cat's defective.
She's not defective.
What do
She's
you
just a
mean?
feral cat.
Yeah.
That's how feral cats are.
But I can't pet.
Yeah.
Can't pet the cat.
Mm-hmm. She tries. She can pet her sometimes. She'll come sit with me. She'll curl up on me.
That's because you're just here.
That's true.
And she's forced to, like, accept that fact.
Yeah. She's like, if I want touches, I have to settle for this shit.
And this one feeds me.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even do that anymore. It's automated.
Would it be funny if she, like, would try to get pets from the auto dispenser?
That would be pretty
Because she
funny.
would see that as, like...
Ah, yes, person. Who feeds. Stop looking at me and read the fucking thing.
I see. Like, try to minimize the sound of the yawn, despite the fact that everyone loves the yawns.
No, they don't. No, everyone's indifferent to the yawns.
Press 1 in the comments if you're if you're pro yawn.
Are you all a yawner?
Are you pro yawn
Where am I
or anti yawn?
Where my yawners at? Anti yawners? Fuck off. We yawn in this house.
Really? Because you always cover it up. You always try to hide it.
I'm trying to be courteous. It's called microphone etiquette.
No.
I have great microphone etiquette. I'm so good at recording things.
Oh, wow, okay.
Only the highest production values.
Am I trying to help him, though? Calm's voice comes over the intercom again. Virginia requests access to your room, Amicus.
This is Nephru, not Amicus.
Oh, yeah. Nephadu.
There you go.
And Nephadu suddenly straightens up, moving his paws from his crotch to his thighs.
Granted.
She nods at the two of us before wrinkling her nose. It smells like rancid wine in here.
Indeed. What did you need, Virginia?
To my surprise, Virginia turns to me. Instead of the hostile expression she'd been wearing the last time we'd encountered each other, it's much kinder, much to my relief. Marco, I had a discussion with Cassius about seeing Amicus. He seems accepting of the idea under one condition. There's a pause. What? Well, he wishes to speak with you in private. Oh, private. Nephadu immediately speaks up next to me.
That is not wise, Marco. We should negotiate with him to allow me to be there.
Virginia laughs. You really think Cassius would allow a Camion on a private conversation? Virginia pauses, eyeing the jackal, Neferu, currently still hunched up?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, hunched up?
Hunched up.
Okay.
He's hunched up.
Look, I know I can imagine it for some reason when I read it. I'm like hunched up, like just standing
upward,
like
yeah.
they're like standing straight. You would be hunched, but you're up.
Yeah,
So you're just standing straight.
I get you, but no.
Like, I would. I know this is proper grammar, but I want to say like hunched down.
Yeah, I get that. It's like you think about like the term balled up.
Yeah.
You ball something up. You not ball up physically.
Yeah. Ball up. It's basketball.
Ball up.
They should call basketball ball up.
Oh, that'd be a good name.
Ball up.
Oh, did you catch the ball up game yesterday?
Yo. Yeah, man. Ball was up.
It was the Lakers and the Bulls, right? Yeah. Ball up. And that's how that's how people who enjoy the sport of ball up greet each other. They go ball up, ball up.
No.
Yes.
No.
It's the official chant of the sport.
Ball up.
Ball up.
Yo, that'd be hype though. An entire crowd were like, ball up, ball up, ball up.
Dude. Oh, that would be so amazing. Say, and it's so much easier to say than basketball.
Right? Ball up rolls off the tongue a lot better than like basketball.
Basketball. No, it's too long.
Ball up.
Short, sweet. You know exactly what you're talking about.
Hashtag ball up.
Hashtag ball up, baby.
Hashtag ball up.
Oh my god, yes.
Where's the hashtag one? Hashtag
ball up.
Ball up.
The tweet of the century. Oh my god.
Ball up.
I cannot.
No, you see, 2 weeks from now, when this video gets uploaded,
people will be like, oh.
Ball up.
It's very good.
Virginia pauses. Yeah, that's right. What happened to you?
Nothing of note.
Just the usual Thursday night.
Yeah,
I raise an eyebrow, which Virginia sees. Marco, what happened? Well, I pause, watching as Neferu raises his own eyebrows, but makes no attempt to stop me. Well, Neferu pissed off Kato, and Kato hurt him. What?
I was attempting to pry information from the old man about the staged trial. I was unsuccessful.
Why did you even think you could be successful? Kato knows exactly what we're up to, no doubt. And this is so unlike you. It jeopardizes everything, Neferu. Virginia seems completely bewildered, and now that I think about it, I have to agree. What was Neferu thinking? But then Virginia narrows her eyes as she sees the jackal grinning, and now openly covering his crotch. What?
Well, I may not have achieved exactly what I wanted, but I attained something just as valuable.
Neferu glances at the corner of the room where his drone is. You recorded it all? Yes, that was the point?
Uh-huh. Yes, and an attack on the Pharaoh's son will not look very nice on the Chemian news channels, will it?
Neferu. A dark tone enters the wolf's voice. That risks war. The jackal rolls his eyes, adjusting himself, rather lewdly.
I would never actually send it, but Kato does not know that. It's simply convenient blackmail material if things don't go as planned. Oh man, I cannot even turn to look at her.
Why?
My neck hurts so bad when I turn that way. I don't know why it hurts so bad. It hasn't hurt like this all day long.
Are you channeling the Andrew Garfield? Is it growing?
Is it expanding?
Is it extending?
Andrew, guide me.
Giraffe Man.
The next giraffe plush you get, you should just call him Andrew.
Oh, no. I'll make a shitty furry VN, have a giraffe character, and name him Andrew.
Whose neck just grows very incrementally, but grows a little bit every year.
Yeah. He'll have like a normal human-sized neck, but by the end of the game, he'll have like a giraffe-sized neck. But every scene he shows up, it'll be just a little bit longer.
I love that. That's such a good idea. Oh.
Just see how long it takes people to notice.
Yeah,
This will be my version of Power Girl.
Just make the boobs bigger every time she shows up. It's fine.
Wait, see how long it takes for people to say something about it.
And if you say something about it, you're a fucking coward and a narc.
That's one of the biggest brain plays I've ever seen.
It really
it's just like,
is.
I made her boobs bigger until someone
said
told
something
me
about
to
it.
stop.
Yep. Why not? Fuck it,
And
right?
it took a while.
It's pretty good.
I love how they were joking about, like, if you this film is now too boomer, and that's sad because it's only like 14 years old. But you have like Batman Superman Public Enemy, which is of course an adaptation of Batman Superman Public Enemy.
Public Enemy. Correct.
It's a pretty good adaptation, actually.
That's good.
But in the commentary, Power Girl shows up in the movie.
Yeah.
And in the commentary where they had the character designer, the director, the voice director, and like one of the actors, I think, they were just all like doing the thing. And when Power Girl shows up, they start talking about Power Girl, and the director's like, "Oh yeah, when you have Power Girl, it's like, oh, it's Power Girl. They have arrived."
Oh my god. Oh my god. And he's not referring to her choice of pronouns either. Jeez.
That shit's funny.
That's pretty funny.
It's so funny.
God.
And she's pretty modest in that movie.
That's good.
And they had talked about, they're like, we made Power Girl like this so we wouldn't get any flack, but...
Did they leave the window on her?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Iconic.
Yeah, it's kind of important at this point.
Yeah, they kept it in the children's show.
Yeah.
Like, at this point, it's like, it just is what it is.
Watched a very interesting video about her. Just kind of how she started and kind of her journey as far as her design and her character.
Yeah.
It was very interesting. She's very interesting.
I liked when she, there was a weird moment where, like, her rival villain was, like, the Ultra Humanite. And it's like, okay.
Well, she's a super. She's a
Yeah.
not Kryptonian. She kind of
She's a not sort of Kryptonian, maybe, but it depends.
She has to fight an ape at some point. It's just kind of...
Well, it's... No,
it's
it's a mainline DC character. They have to fight an ape, gorilla, monkey. It just is what it is.
Yeah.
It must be done.
Are you gonna make a superhuman ape villain for your VM,
No.
Josh?
No.
Are you sure?
Oh my god.
Just
Who's your favorite ape or like monkey character in DC?
I don't know.
Who's your favorite?
I like Mala.
You like Mala?
Mm-hmm.
He's fun. Like,
Yeah.
as far as the villains go, he's real fun. I think Boss Gorilla's also really funny.
Boss
'cause it's
Gorilla's
just like,
cool.
just,
But, like,
just is what it is.
Ultra Humanite, I don't really care for.
I like Ultra Humanite more than Gorilla Grodd.
Yeah, I don't care about either of them.
Grodd
really.
Grodd is so boring. Humanite, at least, like, he's got a thing going for him.
Yeah.
And Mala is like, man, this is a Doom Patrol character.
It's really good.
It's like, this is a Doom Patrol character.
No, Mala's great. He's fun.
And we'll never get Kong Gorilla back.
No, we're never.
He's a bit too weird. I think it's just because he's a hero character, and DC doesn't want their hero characters to be that weird.
No, well, they don't need. We don't, because there's no gorilla hero character that's modern.
No.
Yeah, he has to be villain only.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I think it would be funny to see what they would do with, like, if you brought back Kong Gorilla but played him fairly straight. I think that would be kind of fun.
See, if they went with a monkey related, ape related hero, they would probably base him on Journey to the West, like Monkey King.
that literally started this year.
Huh?
Monkey Prince. He's the son of Sun Wukong.
Is this a...
DC comic.
Actually?
A new character that got introduced this year. Oh, I'm sorry. He got introduced last year.
Oh my god.
But his comic started back in just back in January. Or
I
February.
didn't know this at all.
Yeah.
Period.
No.
Never mind. Jesus. I have big brain plays, but they come too late.
Too late. I read his original comic. Like he got introduced in the Asian History Month comic from last year. Like that was his original introduction. I've read that in a couple of the first issue. He's fine.
Yeah, I haven't seen him at all. I genuinely.
Yeah, I'd like type in like DC Monkey Prince. Yeah, you'll see him.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
Huh, what a guy.
I assume he'll be canceled by the end of the year.
Yeah, I don't see it lasting.
Just because like no one knows who he is. Like, they tried.
That's a cool cover.
Yeah.
Love me a good variant. Huh. Very interesting. He's very bright and loud.
Well, yeah,
I don't know if this is what I would have picked.
Yeah, no.
I don't know
it makes sense for his character, but it's also like I wish it was a bit more.
Yeah.
I also don't know how marketable this is.
I don't know.
Well, like to an American public, like, oh, we have a new character based on a Journey to the West.
Is he? If they made him less weird, do you think people would like him?
Maybe he does have like a human guise, so like you see him in that kind of more often than not.
I have to take a look at this.
Yeah, that's neat.
Because I do enjoy a good Journey to the West story.
Right? I love Dragon Ball. Virginia squeezes the bridge of her snout and closes her eyes. You don't know Kato very well, do you? And neither do I. Sometimes I believe he wants another war. Did he hit you?
Speaking of Dragon Ball,
Yeah.
there's a house over by the mall.
Yeah.
And there's a yellow, I think it's a Honda Civic, like a very dandelion yellow, and the license plate says Nimbus. It's pretty neat. It's pretty fun.
Okay.
Anyway, I just saw that today when we were out and about.
Yeah. Virginia's eyes drift lower.
Yes. Anyway, he's no longer the Emperor. It's Cassius I'd use it against.
You know Kato is his advisor.
But still not the Emperor. I would hope your brother has a large enough stones.
Again, the jackal adjusts himself.
And to do his job, and not listen to a warmongering advisor.
One would hope. Virginia continues to look unconvinced. I shift around impatiently next to Neferu. So, did he want to see me now? Virginia turns to me, again looking as if she had forgotten that I was there. Yo, same. That seemed to be the case. Neferu sighs loudly.
At least try to convince him to allow you to be present, Virginia. I don't want Marco to be left alone with him.
There is little to worry about. Cass is not Kato, but I can try. Virginia looks to me. Ready, Marco? That's her best expression.
Yeah, it's truly very good.
She's just like, climb your way to where I am.
Crawl.
You'll never reach the...
On your fucking belly.
I quickly get up, following the wolf to the door. I look back to Neferu, the jackal looking uncharacteristically disheveled, as he's still hunched up around his junk. Yes. He gives me a meaningful look, probably meant to tell me to be careful, so I give him a quick nod before following the wolf out the door. We walk in silence, the only sound being the birds and the swishing of our robes as we make our way through the halls.
Loud fucking birds.
Do you not like the birds?
They're just always so fucking loud.
You don't like birds?
I mean, they're fine. Birds
Okay.
are fine.
I'm not sure exactly how where we're going, but after a while, I recognize it as a throne room. I stare at the back of the she-wolf's head, contemplating a few things. Virginia is the person I know the least about in this palace, which probably means she's doing the best job at playing this little game. I want to ask her a lot of things, but I'm worried about overstepping boundaries, something that seems rather easy to do with her. Oh, okay, Cathal.
He's just going.
As we get closer to the door, I can't help myself from asking at least one question. So do you care that Amicus is in the dungeon? Like, you want to get him out, not just because you want to be his advisor, right? Immediately, I see the wolf's ears flick back in hopefully mild annoyance and not extreme anger. Her voice is steady when she answers me, though. First of all, it's not any of your business what my motivations are, Marco. Regina doesn't follow that up immediately, so we're left in an awkward silence as we walk the last 10 feet to the throne room door. She pauses there and finally looks at me, her eyes narrowed. But Amicus is my brother, and for that alone, I love him. And though he's a complete dullard, he's one of the few to be genuinely kind to me in this palace. He is a good wolf. Virginia turns away, raising a paw to hover over to the black panel. But you would already know that. With that, she presses the panel of and the door slides open. I immediately spot Cassius at the other end of the cavernous room, looking a little bit small and insignificant on the extravagant throne. Probably not the best impression for the Emperor of Adastra to make. As I'm thinking this, we begin to make our way towards him. A drone hovers in front of the white wolf. Oh.
She doing it.
Climb.
She was sleeping in the little house.
Climb.
Earlier. It was very cute.
Yes, hello.
She wanted to be up high.
Yes.
Surveying the scene, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
She go all the way to the top.
Oh.
Go up there. Get up there.
Reach the top platform.
Yes. Oh. She all the way up there. Absolutely.
Does she just like being up there so that she's like the farthest away as possible?
I think so. But like, what are you doing, girl?
Yeah.
Her mouth is just open.
Yeah.
No, she likes. I mean, she likes to be up there because yes, I think it's furthest away from everyone, and she can see the most things. But it's also got the least safest routes.
Man, she just do that. Yeah.
She really do just be like, She do
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
She's just hanging out.
Yeah, she is.
She was eating something up there, and I couldn't tell. Loaf.
What's he doing up there?
She loafing.
Okay.
She loafing.
Holding up a screen under his face. He's not looking at it now, though, instead narrowing his eyes at the two of us as Virginia escorts me to the base of the steps. Here he is, brother. Cassius shifts around in his seat, and for a moment I think I catch a sight of some sort of booster seat under his rear.
He's small, short king. A literal short king.
Thank you, Virginia. You can leave us be now. Virginia hesitates, clasping her paws together in front of herself. Brother, I would feel more comfortable if I was allowed to stay. I'd rather not leave you alone with an unprofiled alien. Cassius snorts, waving his paw dismissively. I've interacted with it many times before. I will be fine. If not, then the drones will take care of him. Cassius makes eye contact with me as he says that last part, clearly meaning for me to take it as warning or a threat. Virginia hesitates again, and Cassius's eyes drift towards her in question. I got there, yes. That's when the she-wolf bows deeply, and before turning away, she as she passes me, and she gives me her own look, not unlike Nefertiti's. Be careful. Oh. I continue to face Cassius as I listen to Virginia's soft footsteps recede behind me. Then I hear the door open and close. I keep my eyes low on Cassius's feet, though I can tell he's looking directly at me. The silence drags on. Yo, I'm sorry for vomiting on you.
Puked on your shit and then tased the hell out of you. Though that second one, you kind of deserved it.
I wonder if the White Wolf is using Kato's technique of using silence to intimidate. Finally, though, he clears his throat loudly, almost making me jump. First, I want to say that you may speak freely here. I only want the truth. I look up at him then, and see that he's not looking at me anymore. Instead, it's to the side, and as if he's lost in thought. I'm confused as to how all of this could have happened. So know that if you speak the truth, you will be set free from any consequences. Consequences? He's making it sound as if I've committed some sort of crime or conspiracy. I mean, maybe I've been a part of some, but it's definitely not my fault.
Yeah. You know.
I don't know about that one, Marco. What do you want to know? Cassius's eyes flick to mine, and I see mild surprise there. He's still probably not used to an alien like me speaking directly to him in full sentences. He pauses again, and before resting his chin on a paw, clearly trying to look casual. Who exactly are you? I raise an eyebrow. Marco, you already know that. I know your name, but I want to know more beyond that. What is it that you're doing here? How did my brother find you? Immediately, our conversation reaches a point where I find myself unsure of what to say. How much can I say to him? Obviously, I can't tell him at all. I know that. But I also know that he's in complete control over what happens to Amicus, and there may be a few things I have to give up to keep my wolf safe. My wolf.
Oh, my wolf now.
My wolf.
Okay.
He's my property.
I see.
So I square my shoulders and look Cassius in the eye. I want to know that Amicus is okay first, and I want to see him. Immediately, Cassius's demeanor changes from sour suspicion to sour fury. Excuse me, you aren't the one to make demands here. I am the Emperor, and you will answer my questions. I get the vague sensation of my balls drawing up into his stomach. Wait, drawing up into my stomach. Yes, ball up.
Ball up, indeed.
Ball up.
The statement is universal.
Right.
So much application.
As I realize how dangerous all of this is. My thoughts go to that physician, Felix, being sent to the dungeons without a second thought. Well, that was Cato. Is this Cassius?
I mean, it's fine.
Cassius seems more level-headed.
I mean, I guess
than
so.
Cato.
I suppose. He just has a bad temper. That's.
He's an angry boy.
He's a little sour bitch boy.
He's a little angry boy.
It's okay. It's fine.
And if you shove him to the ground, he'll break all of his bones.
All of his glass fucking bones.
But I know I have protection, and I have to trust them now if I'm going to make any sort of deal with Cassius. Yeah, but you're not my emperor. I answer to the Pharaoh. Yeah. Pharaoh Atem, only answer to him.
Only.
And his right-hand man, Mahad. and his best friend, Mauna. Yeah.
Very important.
Of course, no one can forget Priest Seto.
Of course not.
Yeah. I'm spitballing, but it seems to be working as it gives Cassius pause. After a moment, it seems like he's able to collect himself. So I've heard. But remind yourself that you are on Adastra. Therefore, you are to abide by our laws and customs. And lying to the Emperor is punishable by death.
Is that a law?
It probably is a law.
Eh,
It's probably a law in
I
this
don't.
world.
I don't know.
Probably a law.
Sounds like Cassius just being a bitch.
He can make it a law.
He could. That's true.
Like,
He really could do that if he wanted.
right? He can decree that everyone has to say ball up.
It's true. You must say ball up.
When the sun rises, ball up.
When the sun when you awaken and the sun rises, when the sun rises, what's the sun called? Vita.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
Vita rises in the sky,
Ball up.
you must proclaim ball up.
Yeah.
As the sun sets, you must also claim ball up, for it will be ball up in another part of the world, not just your own.
Ball go down.
Ball down, even. You may say ball down, but we prefer ball up. Before dinner, you must say ball up, as the food will rise and rise into your mouth,
Right.
as a mighty
Right.
shot of a basket.
Fucking blessed. And again, that feeling in my stomach. But I have to remind myself, rules don't matter here. It's all about playing their game. I know that Cassius would never have me executed or imprisoned while Nephidou was here. That would be far too risky for the Emperor as a whole. Empire as a whole. I can't be intimidated by empty threats, even if they threaten my life. If I want to help Amicus, I have to push the limits, at least within reason. I also remind myself that I'm not completely untouchable, as Nephidou's balls up, ball up.
His
I
ball-
can attest to that.
They did go up.
They did. I just want to see my former master. If you can guarantee me that, then I'll tell you what happened. Another long pause as Cassius just glares at me, and then he lets out a little huff. Fine. It's almost funny how he's still acting like a child despite now being the Emperor of Adastra. So I like Amicus would do any better. Do you really think Amicus would immediately stop being like a child?
Probably not.
Yeah, exactly. So I take a deep breath. I consider lying, of course, but what Amicus did was an honest mistake, at least in my opinion. Lying will probably only make things worse than the truth should be so understandable. So I start at the beginning, how Amicus came up to the records of my people in the archives, how he rushed to my planet to find a willing pet. How everything suddenly went south when he found out far too late that we were not part of the Galaxia, and finally how we tried to keep it all a secret to keep the Empire safe. I emphasize the keeping the Empire safe part, even if it wasn't originally at the top of my priorities. I'm telling the truth, even if I'm stretching it a bit. Cassius listens to all of this with various reactions: contempt, surprise, anger, then contemplation.
Mm-hmm.
I'm struck by the contrast between him and Kato. While Kato keeps his emotions in check, aside from the occasional explosion of anger, Cassius wears it all on his sleeve. Where?
It's a figure of speech.
Shut up.
No, see the fur? That is their sleeves. They can roll it up.
Oh,
They-
yeah.
they roll
yeah,
it up.
just-
They're always wearing long sleeves.
Not that different from Amicus in that way, even if his personality is. When Cassius still doesn't say anything, I sigh. It was an honest mistake. You've got to understand that. I already know that it was a mistake. Even Amicus would not make first contact on purpose. I had just wondered what sort of stupidity caused it. He had no reason to think we were uncontacted. We were recorded in the library or whatever. Cassius suddenly shifts on his throne. Why do you have your socks like that?
And I took them part way off. I just haven't taken them all the way off. Why do you have to criticize? I can wear them how I want.
Okay.
It's comfortable. I don't have them on in shoes right now. They don't
I
need
guess
to,
I just think that's insane.
They don't need to be all the way on.
Isn't that uncomfortable?
No. How would it be uncomfortable?
I don't know. Like, you wouldn't just have your pants half on.
How would I have them half on? Like sitting around my knees?
I guess.
But that
Isn't that the same thing?
No, but that hinders motion and is uncomfortable. This, I can still use my feet as feet like normal. I just have my socks hanging partially off. They're not in the way. They're just there. Feels like I'm wearing them, but they're cooling my feet a little bit because my heels are out.
Okay. What are you? A species and planet name. His last sentence has the inflection of an expectant demand. And now I'm left to stand in silence. No fucking way am I telling that wolf brat where I'm from. Play dumb.
Say Saturn. Say Pluto.
No, just say, like, I don't know. I didn't take class for it.
Say Beetlejuice.
Oh my god.
a real
Cassius
star.
must see this on my face immediately because his fur once again puffs out in anger. Do you want to see Amicus or not? I need to know this to verify that what you are saying is truthful. Is that really why? I know what you wolves do to other aliens. Why would I give away my people like that? Cassius puffs himself up even bigger, and I wonder if he's going to start screaming at me, and then I suddenly just deflate. Oh, then he suddenly just deflates? Yes. Mm-hmm. The problem here is first contact, yes. So why would I go out to find him? Do whatever you like. Do whatever you think it is I do to your people. I have no interest in furthering the problem. I simply want to know. But why do you care? Cassius snaps his eyes back up to mine. Believe it or not, Marco, I am trying to help Amicus. Do you not know the consequences of such a crime? He could be executed for this. Now my heart does a backflip. What? Why? Because it is a sacred rule created by the parents. Disobeying them risks our entire empire to abandonment. But you're the emperor. If you want him kept alive, can't you just do that? I find myself starting to panic a little. I thought that maybe Amicus would be kept in the dungeon for a while, but never that he would be at risk of being executed. If it were only I that knew of this, maybe. But there are others that know of this crime, and they expect me to terminate all evidence of the first contact. Cassius stares at me, and I realize part of that evidence is, of course, me. Are you talking about Kato? He's just an advisor, right? You can ignore him. This time, Cassius doesn't respond, looking away again. If I can make the case that this was truly an honest mistake, then maybe I have a chance of convincing them. Better yet, convince them that this wasn't first contact at all. Are you even sure your people are completely unaware of the Galaxia? I start to say that I am pretty sure, but he's looking at me in a strange way. Our governments are pretty secretive. They might know something. So it's possible that a crime wasn't committed at all, simply a misunderstanding, and knowing where you all come from can help us determine that. I'm a bit caught off guard by all this. Yes. I guess I'd just expected Cassius to let Amicus rot in the dungeons while he enjoyed his empireship. But I'm reminded of what Virginia had said earlier, that although they might stab each other in the back, they're still siblings. Didn't you once say that you don't care about the parents? Wouldn't it be part of your plan for them to abandon the Empire? Cassius sighs deeply. I've said many things, and I've found that once you become Emperor, your perspective on things change. Like, how much you need the parents. Cassius glares at me, so I just go on. How would they find out anyway? Amicus said something about monitors. Obviously, we can just talk about it out in the open without anything happening. I look around as if expecting a monitor to pop its head out from behind one of the pillars. I don't know. But what I do know is that the fewer who know, the better. What even is a monitor? Cassius shrugs. Again, I don't know. None have appeared in living memory. But that does not mean we should not be cautious. The risk is far too great. I don't really understand this. I feel like the parents are as powerful and all-knowing as these aliens make them out to be. Then they probably already know I'm here. Before I can bring this up to Cassius, though. So what are you? And where are you from? I think he's right that it wouldn't make sense for the wolves to go after Earth. It is technically the last thing that the Empire would want, especially with Cassius as emperor, considering his isolationist views.
Mm-hmm.
Isolist. That's what we should change the word to.
Isolist?
Isolist.
Well, I don't know if that would help. Because isolist wouldn't be
It's
a
shorter.
word. Yeah, but it wouldn't give the same impression that it is in reference to isolation.
Yeah.
So it would be useless to call it that.
What? No, we just have to like push it as like cultural truth, and then everyone will just believe it.
How frequently would you use it? And how frequently would that have to be used in order for it to catch on in such a way?
Hashtag isolist.
Isolist. Jesus
Isolist.
Christ. Isolist.
Look, no one has said anything about my ball up tweet.
Yet. Oh no.
What?
Nothing.
What?
That's not important.
What? But most importantly, it could help Amicus. I take a deep breath. Actually, I'll end the part here. We're at the 40-minute mark.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. You gonna end it?
Maybe.
No. Don't do it.
Okay. Remember, everyone. Ball up.
Ball up.